Alright, here's some more items that might be useful for some scenery. And just got to figure I'd show them real quick. This is also in relation if you've seen Boulder Creek Railroad, Luke Towan's new video on hedges, which is outstanding, by the way. I highly recommend it. I think most of my folks, subscribers, know about him. Very, very good site and outstanding videos. But anyway, he made some hedges. They look fantastic. And he used basket liner. And I thought, that's interesting. I'm not sure I'm going to have hedges. I might. However, again, the cool thing about watching Luke's videos is it gives me ideas for other techniques. So I actually went out to Lowe's. I had to buy some other stuff. And they have this right here. Garden Treasures Cut to Fit Coco Liner. It's in Lowe's. It was kind of in the hanging basket, planty, cactusy area. So I'm sure, if your local Lowe's or Home Depot or, I don't know, Walmart might even sell this stuff. I'm not sure. I believe that's kind of the stuff that he used. Looks similar. And then he teased it out and made the hedge, and it turned out very, very well. Well, what I tried is, I'm thinking of a way, I want a technique to make, again, along embankments and stuff like that, the real scruffy, underbrushy look stuff. And as you know, I'm not a real big fan of clump foliage. I just think it doesn't look super realistic in most cases. Not that you can't use it or it doesn't have uses, but I'm looking more for the three-dimensional, airy, scruffy, pricker bush, sticker bush, whatever you call it in your locality type of look. So I took a little piece of this, just cut it off, ripped it in half. Here's the one half that I didn't really tease out or anything. And then the other half I kind of teased out, and you can kind of, it's getting there. That's kind of, imagine that being along an embankment down by the tracks. Now obviously this might have to be, you might even want to give it a spray of dark brown. Although it is a brown color, so maybe you wouldn't really have to. I haven't tried it yet. These are just kind of some random thoughts. But you do that, and then, like Luke did in his video, you sprinkle some knock, hecky, MP scenery, whatever, tremendous, whatever else you might have, green scene for my UK viewers. Sprinkle some of it on there. I think it might look okay. And then, of course, you want to mix it in with some of the filigrane busha and other bushes and trees and shrubs and stuff like that. So this might actually work pretty good. It does kind of fall apart a little bit. I don't know if you'll be able to see here, but I had to pull out some of the longer strands that were getting to look kind of weird. But that might actually look pretty good when you get it painted up, and if you use some of the spray adhesive, I don't know, hairspray might also work, or diluted matte, I don't know, but I'll try a couple different things. Get the ground foam on. It's probably going to come in. Right now I could really pull this and it would really fall apart. But it's like that there. And like I said, that's half of this. So if I kept, pulling and teasing it, that's kind of the result. That looks promising. Might do some more work on that. Another product that I've seen in a lot of the UK books is rubberized horsehair. And I struggled a little bit to find it here in the States, but I did, and I got a roll of it to try it. Since I had never heard of it or even tried it, I did use a little bit on the seam by the pond, and I'm not sure this is the ideal, because this came, you can see it's kind of a bluish color. It had this little wire mesh on the back that I had to pull back, and you can kind of see how thick it is. But again, you can do something similar. This is just one that I just was kind of playing with. But and that's not perfect at all. But again, if you tease that out, you do some. It's hard to do with one hand, so I apologize. But anyway, you can kind of imagine you could kind of make that also into a. I'm looking for the real rough shrubbery type. I don't know what the heck it is, but it's just all along embankments, along railroad tracks, and in unkept areas. And again, I want it to be more vertical and not the clumpy look that you tend to get. So just some thoughts on that, and we'll try it. I said this is Coco liner that was purchased at Lowe's. This is exactly how it comes, in a nice little fan shape there, and of course you can roll it out. They also make other basket liners that I saw that might be worth looking into. and then the rubberized horsehair. And again, this is just one that I found online and ordered it and got it. I'm not sure it's exactly what the UK guys are using, but it's what I could get. And also, to be honest, I know I'm crazy, but with the recent events in the UK, with the sterling pound dropping a little bit, I did actually place an order with Tremendous, and I had some stuff on the way. I figured I'd like to try it. I'm a glutton for punishment. So I bought some stuff and worked with Anthony over there, and he got me some good postage rates. I guess as good as can be expected. And hopefully that stuff will show up soon. Got a couple things to try. Some other things that I've seen in his book and other books by UK modelers that are doing some really, really nice scenery stuff. And some of that will include some stuff for trees that I'll cover when I get the stuff in. So I just want to briefly show that. Possible thought for some shrubbery, sticker bush, pricker bush, again, whatever you might call it where you're from. This being the Coco liner and rubberized horsehair. Alright, that's that for this little segment. Let's see what else we can talk about. Okay, we're out here in our makeshift workshop out in the garage. Decided to go ahead and try some of this. This is some of the rubberized horsehair that I kind of cut up into just various shapes and just try to pull it apart a little bit. And since this is that kind of that odd blue color, I'm going to spray paint it first. I'm going to use that Rust-Oleum camouflage, which a lot of people recommend using for the track. I don't like it for the track. It's the wrong color for the track, in my opinion. But it might be very good to paint this, so I'll paint that. Over here, I got some of the Coco stuff from Lowe's, and I just kind of teased it out, and that's how it started. Then I kind of separated it. Don't know how it's going to look. You do have to do a little bit of, see there at the end, it gets kind of crazy, so you got to do some trimming here and there. And this is still flat. I didn't pull this one apart yet, but I got a couple little groups pulled apart, and I'll probably use some spray adhesive on that. This is just stuff I had around. You probably could use the Elmer stuff, or Krylon makes it, or maybe even use hairspray if you have some. And then, of course, so I got the knock leaves, I got the MP scenery leaves, I got the Hecky leaves, I got some ground foam to try that, I got some static grass to maybe try some of that. And then we'll, you know, I'll spray this with the adhesive and sprinkle some stuff on it and see what it looks. We have some other paints to try to highlight stuff. These I got it more at a craft store. You won't find these, at least I never found them at a Lowe's, Home Depot, hardware store, etc. But yeah, there's a moss green, a hunter green, a basil, and an aspen yellow. They're by Design Master. I think I bought these either at AC Moore or Michael's, or somebody has them, maybe even Hobby Lobby, I'm not sure. More for flowers. And this is good for missing the top of trees to give it a little bit like the sun's hitting the top of it. So, alright, let's get into this and see what the heck happens. I have no idea what's going to happen. This is not premeditated. We're just going to do it on the fly and see how things look. Okay. I don't know how it's going to be. I just kind of went nuts here. These are the rubberized horsehair pieces, and I sprinkled on various stuff. Really no plan whatsoever. Just sprinkled stuff around, and now it's got a little bit of diluted Mod Podge on it to hold it up and glue it up, and then we'll see what happens. Alright, these are the other ones, the Coco, and again they've got the adhesive in them right now. Some of the different varieties, and I think we'll have to, obviously they have to be trimmed a little bit here and there, but we'll see. I don't know, they might look okay. Kind of hard to tell out here on a recycling can, but there are the other ones. Again, they got the adhesive drying. That's just a big lump back there. I don't think it's going to work, but does it look kind of brambly and barbly and bankly? Alright, we'll see. Alright, let them set up, and then maybe even see if we can get them set on the layout and see what they might look like. Alright, here are a couple of the pieces. Brought them down here to the layout. They're just kind of laying in there right now. You can see might need to do some remedial work on them, but I just wanted to kind of bring them down here and see how they look. And some of these, this one, are the rubberized horsehair. Oh, so is this one. And the other ones are that the stuff I bought at Lowe's with different amounts of ground foam, static grass, leaves, etc. put on them. So now don't mind the signals. Steve and I have the layout on, but we don't have the computer program running. So you can see how they look. This one's got a little bit too much white stuff, I think, from the matte spray that I used. Don't really like it, but I think they'll be usable. This is kind of where I was thinking of putting them in. So, all right, we're going to stop this video here. Decided to make this into two, just because I was getting a little bit long, and I have a whole nother segment on some thoughts about trees. I'll do that separate, just so I don't want this to be too long a video. So this is going to wrap this one up with the possible techniques for doing shrubbery. Bring me a shrubbery. And so we have, like I said, we have the Coco, we have the rubberized horsehair, which we showed here, a couple different techniques, and then just kind of a pile of stuff here that I don't know if it looks all that good, but possibilities of some stuff. And I got to get these. Like I said, this looks kind of patchwork now. It's not really intended to be this way. Just wanted to kind of show a couple possible techniques. If anyone else out there is doing it and has done stuff and put on the layout, would love to see it. And again, this is my first attempt at it. So I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to put up this first kind of scenery thoughts on shrubbery, and we'll get this one posted, and then look real soon I'll start working on the one for trees as well. I mean, again, these aren't real super detailed, I know, and I'm not really showing a whole lot of stuff, just trying to get some thought out there and how it's possible to do this to model shrubbery for embankments, the wild, unkept stuff that you see along the railroad tracks, mostly because we're modeling railroads. So, all right, more to come. Stay tuned before too long, and we'll try to get the kind of the second part of this one up and on the trees. So thanks for watching, and more to come shortly.